watching The David Robinson Show
on the CoyoteMan Show Network.
Real talk, real people, real conversation.
And good evening, and welcome to The David Robinson Show. Real talk, real people, real conversations. Tonight topic, continuing positive people doing positive things to make a positive difference in their lives and in the lives of others. I have the great opportunity to introduce to y'all this evening someone who I've known for a while. Had the opportunity to know her mom, but there's some things I didn't know about her. She was Miss Virgin Islands, and I want to talk about a little bit more about that and what it takes to get to that point, and then life after that. And without further ado, I want to introduce y'all Miss Deborah McBray.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you for coming.
Just values how much our relationship has grown, and just for you to have me here tonight, I'm grateful.
Well, it is a great opportunity. Something I didn't know before we get into where you are now. We want to go backwards a little bit and talk about what it was like for you to actually, what it took as for its preparation to get to that point as being Miss Virgin Islands, to be on the stage of among other women's and to be crowned, something that I think a lot of women would like to achieve that, but you was able to do that. So I wanted you to tell us, my guests, a little bit more about that.
Well, it's quite an honor to do so. So I started with pageantry at the age of 5, and it was something that my parents really supported for me to do. Having 9 siblings, they were all men, all boys. I'm a daughter of 9 brothers.
Wow.
And I think the investment that was encouraged really was attributed to assisting in the process of maturing into what I really think women ought to be about. And my parents instilled that from a very early age. So I started in kindergarten and matriculated in the pageantry business to elementary school. And then from elementary school to middle school, from middle school to high school, and from high school to my local state, which was the 3 islands, St. Thomas, St. Croix, and St. John. And then from there headed to Miss Universe pageant.
Wow.
So each title, I say this humbly, but each title I was able to achieve in each area.
So what would you say to a lot of women, a lot of my guests that are watching, and that was something that you had instilled in you, but it was determination and it was a dream of yours. And I know there have been times that you wanted to quit, but what motivated you to keep going and to keep going in that direction?
The motivation was filled with principles that were taught, being raised by my parents. And, of course, my dad left at a very early age, but the community of family was so solid, lack of a better word. So the village instilled in us the essence of understanding that to achieve with passion, there has to be a base of a foundation that's established. And that was encompassing of discipline, determination, focus, the ability to be rejected by the public at times, which gave you more reason to press through and accomplish higher goals, because it built more confidence from the inside out.
And what was it like to finally get to that point where you have worked so hard through middle school and to all those different things that you had to achieve to get to that point where you seen yourself being crowned? What was that like?
It's amazing. It's been quite some time, and it still seems like yesterday. It wasn't so much about the ability to accomplish by getting the title. It was about the service that you emulate after that crowning is accomplished. And I've been able to do some amazing things throughout my lifetime. And that's what I remembered the most about the experience, right? And once you get to the state level and then you matriculate to the Miss Universe level, it is, you can see the transition and the need for understanding that it's beyond the crown, it's beyond the pomp, it's beyond the circumstances. It's more about just a message of your life that you're translating to other people. And that's what I think I passionately remember the most about the experience, to be honest. It was not about the crowning as much as it was the mission that's going to be sent to others from the assignment, if that makes sense.
That makes sense. That makes sense. That's something I didn't know, but I really wanted to kind of talk about that a little bit before we talk about where you are today. But to know that sometimes, when you look at someone, you never know the life that they lived. And I believe that you touched a lot of lives along the way and made a difference in other people's lives. But I think that we live in a society where people want something quick and they want something fast. But it took determination. You did something pretty much throughout your life from childhood to achieve that goal. And you're still being able to give back. So that's amazing to what you're doing. And we want to talk about a little bit about where you are as far as your business, your entrepreneurship. And I think that even then, how you have kept your skin and yourself looking good, there was different things that you had to do, things that you put in your body. So we want to tell a little bit more about, before we're going to go on a break in a few minutes, but before we do, I want you to tell my guests about your business and where you are and what you're doing now.
Awesome. Well, I am the founder and CEO of Beyond Beauty Extended, which is a company that focuses on beauty from the inside out, empowering men, women, and children to be more in every area of their life. That's spiritual, emotional, psychological, physical, social, professional, and it's a mentorship program that is designed to push people forward. I consider it a blessing. It was birthed during the COVID, the onset of COVID.
Okay.
It was due to a matriculation from another career, but it was something that was deep down inside a very, very long time ago. But nothing materializes until, if it's going to be great, it needs to be the right timing, and the timing is now.
Okay, that's really great. That's really great. So you said it's been in existence, or it manifested in the last 2 years.
Correct.
Okay, and what's the name of the business again?
Beyond Beauty Extended.
Okay, what we're going to do here, we're going to take just a break here. Then we're going to come back and we're going to actually dive into that actual business and how it can help so many other people.
Must secure our families. KFG Life Insurance Specialist is a company that partnered with 15 of the top life insurance companies to ensure you get the best pricing, knowledge, and products to suit your family needs. Some people believe that term insurance is better than whole life insurance, while others feel the complete opposite. Some may feel like universal life is the way to go, and others may feel it's better to have a whole life policy. The truth is, neither of the products are better. One just may be more suitable for your family. Our life insurance specialists are not biased, as they are partnered with several life insurance companies. This ensures our clients get the best pricing, education, and products that are suitable for their families. Let KFG Life Insurance Specialist make these decisions easier for you and your family. Our office is located at Security Square Mall, next to Burlington, in the CoyoteMan Show Network. Please call to make an appointment at 443-400-5224 or go to www.lifeinsurancespecialist.org. That's www.lifeinsurancespecialist.org. Let KFG Life Insurance Specialist help you prepare your family in the present, because the future is not promised. Act now.
David Robinson Show.
On the CoyoteMan Show Network.
Real talk, real people, real conversation.
And welcome back to the David Robinson Show. And before we actually proceed with talking to Mr. Burr, for y'all that are watching, don't forget to download the CoyoteMan Show Entertainment Network on
Roku, Apple, and Android TV.
Got you. So, back to you, Mr. Burr. More about your business and what God has given you to help the total man. I think sometimes we go to a doctor sometime to get help, and sometimes there's certain parts that they specialize in. I believe that you have given something that focus on the total person, on the total person of the individual from inside out. So without further ado, you can tell my guests a little bit more about that, how they can get in touch with you, and here we are.
Well, there are so many components to the experience with Beyond Beauty Extended. But I will say this, I focus primarily because not knowing an individual's spiritual perspective or spiritual beliefs, I think that's really where it all starts from my own personal life. But you must be the light before others can really believe in the light. So there are some that don't really believe to the various or the specific things that I believe in spiritually. So I direct my focus to others basically from what it takes to really be strong from within. And inner beauty, and it's even applicable for the male, has to do with core values and believing in what's going on the inside that's strong enough to permeate on the outside, that creates change within our community, from our homes to our community to our environment. So I focus on inspiring. I'm spending a lot of time at the present doing a lot of inspirations, which is actually placed on Instagram at the present, working on writing.
Okay.
I do one-on-one mentoring, and that's been amazing. I was doing that prior to starting the business. It's just expanded, and the focus is now far more diverse, because it's not just young women or girls that are aspiring to be in pageants. It's now way beyond that. So I aim to send the message of inner beauty, inner strength, which I believe really transcends through our spirit, and in so doing releases to others by the way that we live.
So how would someone that, like a man, if I wanted help myself, and I really, if I really wasn't connected to the source that I know I'm connected to, which is Jesus. So what I'm saying is, how would you be willing to meet that person or help that person to get and connect with their inner self?
My method is very synonymous to the female, and I know it's somewhat unique that a woman facilitates to do that, but I've never desired to fit in to what everyone else is doing.
Okay.
You've got a lot of people that are being trained as life coaches, mentors, teachers, instructors. I believe that we are human beings, designed and created uniquely by the Creator, right? So that's the premise, men and women, boys and girls. And what I aim to do with the male, and I think it's been quite easier for me because I have 9 siblings that are all men.
That's a whole lot.
All men. So I aim to address their specific interest. And some men are interested, you will be surprised, they're interested in learning more about what it takes to be successful in an interview. What can I do different that others are not doing? to get me, more in front of a particular person for a job. Or even entrepreneurship. I've had questions about that in which I've been able to help individuals do that. I've had a few that's approached about relationship, and that's been my favorite part with men because I think we all have very similar needs as men and women combined. And it's really about knowing who you are.
Number one, because we're all God's masterpiece. Believing in it, building on it, the desire to be authentic and unique, because I think we tend to think that's just for women. That's just as unique for men. Just to be confident in who God has created you to be and to know who you are and build on that. And I thoroughly enjoy doing that when I'm relating to the opposite sex. I will say this, and this is something that I think should be expressed, because so many people have asked me in the past, well, how are you successful in doing this as a woman relating to men? And I present myself in such a way that it's not just the confidence, it has a lot to do with understanding my purpose. I am a light. I'm to be the light so that the light is attracted to the truth. And it's not about the external beauty, it's about what's going on the inside. Some people have said, how do you have these one-on-one, and it's very easy because I raise a standard, and that standard is always met. I've never been uncomfortable relating to the opposite sex that may need the mentorship. And I'm able to, I'm surrounded by a very strong pillar of support, which is so key in this business. And many of them know more than I do, so I'm accountable to them, that as I progress in the journey that I'll be able to, if by chance encounter a circumstance with a man, that I'm able to, shuffle off, as we call it, and gain some insight on how to handle that. I think that's real good what you're saying. I think that most of us and most people spend so much time building and fixing the outside that they don't spend time fixing the inside. And I think that's key, because it's what's on the inside that makes a difference on the outside.
Yeah.
But a lot of times you have so many people, when you get to really know them, their exterior is very beautiful, but their inside is very messed up.
And you know what, Dave? What's really happening in our society is we're striving more as a people to focus on the outside, and that's due to the extremities of what we're experiencing, right? This is a platform of mass marketing, mass media, public relations, social media. But if you really don't understand who you really are, you get lost.
That's true.
You compare yourself to so many other people. You compare yourself to what you see. And if people really understood what it takes to emulate through the social media platform, not all of it, but some of it is not authentic. And that's what people are drawn by, but it's not what really is required in order to grow from the inside out.
Well, the key thing that you said is knowing who you are.
Absolutely.
I think that most of us don't know who you are. And when you don't know who you are, you're willing to fall in other people's dreams and other people's goals instead of the goal that God has required you to fall or to follow.
Oh, that's good. That's good. And that's happening a lot, Dave. I see that straight across the board. The age, there's no level playing. It's happening in any age category.
Well, that's so exciting. This topic here, oh man, we could go on and on. But definitely, before we end, I actually want you to tell my guests again exactly the name of your business, how they can get in contact. I know it's been existing for 2 years, but some information of how they can get in contact, since you got the platform now to advertise your business.
Yeah. So it's actually there'll be a website that will be soon being developed. It's under development, but Beyond Beauty Extended is it's the Instagram. and the messages can be conveyed through that platform currently. And there is an email that they can also send, beyondbeautyextended@gmail.com. So it's easy to remember. I am honored to know that Beautiful for Life Enterprise, which will be the name that bridges the other services that I'll be providing, Beyond Beauty Extended will soon be a leg of that mainframe. So there's so much more exciting things to come.
Well, thank you. And thank you once again for watching the David Robinson Show. Real talk, real people, real conversations. Peace out.
You're watching The David Robinson Show.
On the CoyoteMan Show Network.
Real talk, real people, real conversation.